These little retro handhelds come in all different shapes and sizes and colors, and this video isn't about which one is the best one. In this video I'm just going to tell you simply why right now is the best time to find one of these things used. Hey everybody, it's Chris from Family Geekery, and today we're going to be talking about these retro handhelds here, and like I said, not a comparison of which one is the best one, but really just my opinion that right now is an awesome time to buy one used. Now, if you look at all these, I've picked all these up used from either Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, and they are all in just about pristine condition, just absolutely beautiful, hardly used, and in my opinion, the reason why they're in such good condition is because these things are coming out so fast that people are buying them, they're playing with them a little bit, and then a new one comes out and they go and buy that one. And to fund their new purchase, they go ahead and sell off their old one. So very rarely have I found one of these things in such a used condition that it looks like the person had it for years and years and tore it up and carried it around in their pocket for all that time. I mean, these things have all been found in just about perfect condition. Now, why are people buying them so quickly and then reselling them? I think it has a lot to do with FOMO. So these things, like I said, every week just about I get an email that a new one of these is coming out, and that new one has new features or something different or something better, a little bit better screen, a little bit better battery, a little bit stronger processor, maybe it plays a couple more games than the other one didn't, maybe the buttons are a little bit better, maybe they have HAL sticks instead of analog sticks. Whatever the case is, these things just keep on coming out. The same company, like Anbernic, keeps on putting out newer and newer versions of them. And other companies are coming out, like this Miyoo that came out with the Miyoo Mini and then the Miyoo Mini Plus. This is the Mini Plus version. And they just keep on improving on their own products. And they're improving in such a fast pace that you really just can't just keep up with it. Like, nobody can keep up with it. But some people try to. And when they do, they have to get rid of their old one because nobody needs 17 of these things. You're not going to carry around 17 different products. Maybe you have a different one, you know, if you like this type of screen orientation versus this one. Maybe one's a little bit more portable than the other one. But really, nobody can keep up with all of them. So where do we find these things? Like I said, I found most of these on Facebook Marketplace. That's always a great place because you can find out who the person is. You know that they live in your area usually. And you can go meet them somewhere and check it out, test it out before you buy it. Another option is going to be obviously Craigslist, same kind of concept. And then the biggest market is probably going to be something like eBay, where you're going to have a lot more options, a lot more variety, maybe a tiny bit better pricing, but you have to deal with shipping, and you have to deal with the fact that you're buying something that you've never put your hands on before. So there's always a little risk with that. So if you can find one of these things on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, then go check it out. You may find out that that person is upgrading just for that very reason that they got a new one. So every time I buy one of these, I always ask, hey, what's wrong with it? Why are you selling it? And it's usually the same story. Hey, I just got the new such and such model. So like I said, I found all kinds of different ones, even something like this funky S, I think is what it's called. I mean, there's just tons of them out there. So do a search for retro handheld or do a search for your favorite name brand and see what you find out there. Now, another benefit of buying one of these things used is usually the person that had it probably upgraded the micro SD card in it. Usually these things come from the factory or from Amazon or from eBay, wherever you buy them new. They come with some TF card or micro SD card that has the operating system on it, and those cards are usually pretty low quality. So usually the best thing to do is to buy a brand new card of a reputable brand, something like a SanDisk, and get a bigger storage, get a better card, get a faster card, and one that you know is going to last a while. Now, almost every single one of these that I've bought, the person had already done exactly that. They had bought a new card, and usually they've bought like a 256 gig or 512 gig or 128 gig, and went ahead and copied all the files over from the old one to the new one. And all that's done for me already. So I didn't, for most of these, I haven't even had to buy a new card for them. So even though those cards are pretty cheap, you know, 15, 20, 30 bucks depending on the size, it still saves you a lot of time and it saves you a couple bucks. And then the last reason I want to mention that it's a good idea to buy one used is if this is your first one, if you don't have one of these and you're looking to make your first purchase, go ahead and buy one that's maybe cheaper, maybe a little bit older, and have as much fun as you can with it. Figure out what you like about it, figure out what you don't like about it, figure out what kind of games it plays and what kind of games it doesn't play, and use that as knowledge to make your next purchase. Because it's very possible that if you're like me, you're looking at these things because you like retro games, in particular something like Game Boy games, Nintendo, the original NES games, Sega Genesis games, and any one of these, even the cheapest one that you find, is going to play all those perfectly. I'm not too concerned about making sure that this thing runs PS2 games, because I would not want to watch a PS2 game on a little 3 or 4 inch screen. So save some money, find one used, get as much fun out of it, and then figure out later, maybe you want a different one, or maybe you want a second one that's going to run those other games that this one doesn't. So really, that's about it for this video. Just wanted to kind of spread my opinion about why right now is an awesome time. I'm finding more and more of these out there in the wild, used, and usually at great prices. The fact that you can go and test one of these out in person, put your hands on it, instead of buying it from a weird website or getting it shipped from China and waiting forever for it, is what I think is the perfect reason to go try to find one of these things used. So I hope this information was helpful. Again, this is just my opinion on the matter, but maybe you might find a good deal out there. Let me know down in the comments below what kind of deal you found, if you found one of these things used, if you've got one, if you've upgraded yours and sold yours off, what kind of experience you've had in the used market with these retro handhelds. I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, I appreciate that thumbs up. If you want to see more geeky stuff, go check out the channel. I've always got all kinds of different geeky stuff, from video games to computers to comic books to everything geeky. So go ahead and check out the channel. I've got some other retro video game goodness on there, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button if it's something you like. So thank you as always for watching, and until next time, peace out and geek out.